Hey there, it's Jill Blanchette. Whoops, I'm back again. This is my third card for the Nests of Christmas paper pumpkin kit. Here's the card we're gonna make. And let's get started. So now I'm jumping over to this card. All right. So this card we're gonna make is just gonna use this front here. So go ahead and cut that off right at the score line. And then we want to make sure that it is 4 inches wide. So it's a little bit more. I'm just going to slice a smidge off on each side so that it's 4. Oh, let me get my other trimmer because I got to go the other direction too. Sorry. All right, so let's do 4 by 5 1/4, so we can come down our little 1/8 of an inch on each side. Come down to 5 1/4. We have a gray granite base at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Scored at 4 1/4, just fold it in half. Burnish that. Oh, this paper feels kind of ripply, kind of like it's got some texture. We're going to need a piece of white that's going to go. We need one for the inside and one for the outside. The outside one can be a little bit smaller than this because we want to tuck it underneath this layer. So I'm going to trim this one down just a little tiny bit so that I make sure that it doesn't get seen. I'm going to go with 4, 5, and I'm going to go a little bit. All right. Let's set those aside for a second. I need to bring out my branch again. And I got to get my shaded spruce ink. And we're going to try and build a tree. So let's go. I think I've done this a couple different ways while I was trying to figure it out on scrap paper, and I think the best way was I'm going to start at the top and work down, but it might be easier for you to work your way up. I'm going to start at the top of my paper, and then I'm just going to go like side to side with my branches, and then start, I'm going to say bending them downward. See how it turns out on camera. We're just going back and forth. I think I got a little too much opening in there. Let's see if I can just put a little bit of random filler in there. And then we're just going to keep going all the way down. And that's probably enough. All right. So yeah, it's kind of a wonky looking tree for this video. Let's come up here and go this way. It's not very tree form, but you get it. You see what I'm trying to do there. Then I've got my early espresso marker, and I'm just going to come in 1/4 inch off from this like branch here, and I'm just going to draw down through the center. And give it a trunk. Like so. And then you can come out with your branches if you want on the stick or the stem, I guess, of that branch that we put down there. And you go out as far as you want. You could fill it in some more if you wanted. Grab a lighter marker, maybe to come out to the edges, but that's what we're going to do for now. Then I'm going to, oh, I got to clean this. I'm going to clean my blueberry bushel dots off. My stamp and block. And we're going to come in with some balmy blue. And I'm just going to fill in the whole background with some snow, I guess. And we're just going to fill. All right. Can go all around. Fill in your background with the dots. It's snowing in our little world there. Then we're going to take a piece of scrap white. It needs to be 4 inches wide. And I'm just going to, I'll cut it down after. What we're going to do is just take our scissors and make some, like, some hilly looking stuff. That's going to come down here to the bottom. Did I make them long enough? It's going to come down here to the bottom and be our snow. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this on. And I've been sitting too long. My glue dried shut. Husband needed me to do something. And I got sidetracked. Okay. So I'm just going to glue my snow down here, like at the base of our tree. You could add another one if you want to give it some other, like, effects. Put it over, like, use this one, offset it a little bit, and it'll give it another snow. But I'm just going to leave it with the one. And I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to try and lightly, brush over that. Ooh, this guy's got lots of glitter. Ooh, look at all that glitter. See if I can, I don't know if I can push it around, tone it down. Holy glitter. All right, so now we're going to pop this piece up on top. And because I got more space over here, I'm going to try and pop it up like over to the right. So let's get our dimensional stuff going on again. And I just had them. Wanted to use my, oh, here they are. I'm going to use the ones that I got in my kit. It's less cutting. And I usually have them sitting here, but I don't know where I put them. I bring stuff over, and then I clean up, and then I bring stuff back to my other desk, and then I come back over here. So it's just a little bit crazy. So I'm just going to put a few of these around on here. And I am going to have to cut them so that I can put a little bit on this side seam here. Okay, that looks good. Peel off all our backs. All right, now I'm gonna hover it over my dealio here so that I make sure that I got enough on that side. I probably want to move it up a little bit. Can I move it up? I want the whole tree to show. And it looks like I got one more time, guys. Let me start over here. I want the whole tree to show, and I kind of want to have the same amount on each side kind of showing. So I don't have a lot of my grass or my snow showing at the bottom, but that's all right. Then you can use your trimmer, your scissors, whatever, and come in and cut the excess off. It's not going to show, so you could just stick your scissors under and cut it off. Just make sure you're under the blue part, you know, this card part, but not too far under so that you're into the opening. There. So we're just going to cut that off, and then we're going to glue it to the front of our card here. I had a little bit of a hangover there. Not a hangover, but I had a hangover piece of paper hanging over the sides. So let's glue this down now. Kind of gonna look and evenly space that around. Like so. And then I've got a scrap piece of white. We're going to use, I'm going to use Pebbled Path just because I want it to be a little bit darker. And I'm going to use the Joyful Thoughts to You This Season. And let's find a block it's going to fit on. There we go. Then I'm going to fussy cut that out, and I will be right back. All right, I got that cut out. We're going to use one of the birds from the die cut sheet. We're going to use this one. And yes, he's big. He's too big, but I wanted it, I want it like that. I want it to kind of give an impression. Maybe it's coming off the page. He's in the tree, but this is like zoomed out. The bird is zoomed out from the tree. So anybody with an imagination will hopefully imagine that when they look at it. So we'll see. So we're going to put the bird on there. Then I got some dimensionals for my sentiment. Let's see where all I can put them. Keep forgetting to look and make sure I'm in the, got my project in the camera view. So I'm going to stick this kind of in the center, but I want his little tail kind of like threaded through there. We don't need that dimensional on that side. So we're going to put his little tail. This is going to come up over the top. Let's see. Get that. The easiest part of the card is the hardest. There we go. I want that to stick through there like that. And then I'm just going to pull it down. There. And we can tack it down a little bit right here now with some glue. Maybe tack the joy down a little bit. Nobody can hold our joy down, but on this case we need to hold the joy down. All right, so now we pretty much have it done, but I did hunt for my red. I knew I had so many packages of these red rhinestones, and you think I could find them? I've been looking before I started the video. I was looking high and low for them. I knew I had Stampin' Up! Ones that I was going to use today, but anything you have, use them. Use them up. We talked on my live this week, hoarding our bling, hoarding our ribbon. Use it up, guys. Because you know what? There'll be more. There's going to be more pretty stuff come out. Every catalog, every vendor, everything is going to keep coming out with super cool blings and ribbons for us to fall in love with. And then before we know it, our cupboards are full of all the bling that we've been hoarding. These are tinier than my other ones. I'm going to move this one. These are tinier than my other ones, so I might need one more up at the top. No, I think I'll leave it. I think I'm going to move them so that they're in a, there we go. More of a triangular looking arrangement. And then on this this one on the inside, I just put a white. You can go ahead and stamp something on it. Stamp a couple branches. Put one of the die cuts inside. You can do any of that, or you know, save your die cuts for another card. But they do look really nicely dressed up when you go ahead and put stuff on the inside. But I usually forget, or don't take that extra step on my designs like this to say, oh, I should have done that. So I should have and didn't, so you can and will. So there's our third design using the kit, and I will be back